Hey, how's everybody doing? It's Simon Steele, and today we're going to talk about how to make money monthly. Making money monthly. I think that's something that everybody wants to do, and it's usually something that you do. But how can you make money monthly without necessarily having to clock in or break a sweat? And the tool that we're going to discuss today to make money monthly are our monthly dividend stocks. Look it up, monthly dividend stocks. Those are stocks that will give you some money every month depending on how invested you are in them and how many shares of that company that you have. Keep in mind, every stock, every company gives a different percentage. Some companies will give you 5%. Other companies can give you 12%. The company that we're talking about today, Prospect Capital, which closed at $6.82 on Friday, they give a little over 10% on dividends. That's a little over 10% on dividends. So let's dive into here and look at this and see how we do this. All right, how do we get over 10% on the year on our investment? Now, if you look at my example of what I've done, we see that I have invested $132.89 in Prospect Capital, PSEC. Now, even though I invested $132, I'm up a little less than $4 right now because the value of it is $136.40. Now, but it cost me $132.89. So just know, with dividend stocks, you can make a profit just off the stock doing well, and you can make a profit off of the dividends monthly. How to make money monthly. Next, Prospect Capital. Let's see what type of the bio of this company. Prospect Capital Corporation common stock, also called Prospect Capital, is a business development company which engages in lending to and investing in private businesses. So that's what it does. You can go in detail and more to read more about it. Right now I'm on the Robinhood website. The Robinhood website allows you to invest without any charges when you buy and sell. Whatever you pay for, you get. There's nothing extra that comes along with it. I'll put a link to the Robinhood app if you want to be able to set up your own Robinhood app. Doesn't cost anything. I'll give you a link to it. That way you can set your own up. Also, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share all this great information that we're going over. Next, if you wanted to order some stocks, you see over here on this side, it says buy PSEC or sell PSEC. If I wanted to sell my 20 shares, I would click that. But right now I'm leaving it on buy because we're discussing how to buy PSEC. You want to make sure that you understand what you're doing when you decide to buy and sell shares. Also understand that when you make money on stocks, the stock market, you also have to pay taxes as well. So keep that in mind as well, and your percentages that you have to pay off your profits. So when you want to order a stock from Robinhood, every site has a different setup. You would go over here. If you wanted 20 shares, 15 shares, you would write it in right here. If I wanted 27 shares, I put it there. And right now I would buy that market price. I would review my order. It would tell me my total and ask me, am I sure if I want to do this? So that's how that goes. But also remember, you have to know the difference between whether you're buying it at market price or if you want to set a limit order. If you set a limit order, then you decide at which price you want to buy it at. Now also keep in mind, you have to wait for that price to get to that point. So when you set a limit order, you're trying to wait for it to get to the price that you want it, and then it will automatically pick it up at that price when it hits there and buy your shares. Next, also remember that certain websites have a delay and they may not be in real time. Keep in mind, it is very important to know between real time and the delay at which a stock is selling at. Robinhood may have a delay. It is not the greatest website to do research on, but it's the best as far as prices. Now, you can go to Yahoo, I believe they're real time, and Google as well. So you want to be able to find real time. Know the difference between the two. Lock in that price with a limit order if you want to, or buy it real time. Now, also keep in mind, you want to know how to read charts. Make sure you know how to read the chart successfully. There's important information on these charts. I'm on the Yahoo website. Another important thing, if you say, well, I want to look up how much the dividend percentage is for a stock. So we see right now, this is on PSEC, and PSEC is yielding a 10.67% dividend. What does that mean? Let's break it down to where it makes more sense. I'll go to Prospect Capital's information here on NASDAQ. I went to another website, Prospect Capital, and it shows us basically every month it is going to give us 6 cents for every share that we have. For every share, I'm going to get 6 cents on Prospect Capital. Some companies give you 35 cents. Some companies give you more. It just depends on that company. So if I'm going to get 6 cents, and we know through my example in my portfolio, of which Prospect Capital is a part of, I only have 20 shares. 6 cents times 20 shares is $1.20. So we know that for each share, I'm going to get 6 cents, which means 6 cents times 20 is $1.20. And that's what I got in April. Now in May, in a couple days, I'll get another $1.20 unless I buy more shares. So $1.20 times 12 is $14.40. So $14.40 will be my profit on it for the year. I paid $132.89. So my $14.40 is a little over 10% on the year on my money. Now, why is that important? Because if you have a savings account, the average savings account is not going to make anywhere close to 10%. You're not going to make anywhere close to 10% on your money in an average savings account. So stocks is another way to make money monthly and also to make way more percentage on your investment. Here's another tip. If you reinvest the dividend, then that gives you an opportunity to buy more shares. Now you're buying more shares with money you didn't even work for. So now you're buying more shares and the money isn't necessarily coming out of your pocket per se, which also allows your returns to become bigger. Why is this important? See, this is just a small example that I'm giving you with PSEC. Just a small example. Also understand this. What if I had 180 shares of PSEC? If I had 180 shares times 6 cents, that's $10.80. $10.80 every month of the year. $10.80 times 12, that's $129.60. So my point to you is it can increase depending on how much you invest. Either way, you're making more than 10% on your investment, which is hard to find in other places. So that's just an example of how you can make money monthly through dividend stocks. PSEC was just the example company that we used, a little over 10.67%. Remember that you order the stock. Make sure that you can have it in the real time to know what you're ordering in. Make sure you remember to lock in those prices. Also, know how to read the chart. Each company gives a different amount per share. And make sure you reinvest those dividends. Last thing, do they teach this in school? And remember this is for the young and the old. 10% works for anybody. If they taught this in school, and let's say the kids started saving their money early, how much would they have when they get older? It's never too late to start, and it's never too early to start. Let's get busy. Thank you, and have a great day.